What's up, folks? Hope you've all had a great week. Today is an exciting day. So we got something coming today that's going to revolutionize the way we sawmill down here at the sawmill. Yeah, we got a piece of equipment coming today that's going to really change how we do things around here. We've already got the sawmill set back up. I don't know if you saw in the last video when I did the sawmill cleanup. We got all the logs and trash and sawdust cleaned up around here. I got this whole area right here cleaned up where the sawmill used to sit. Now we got the sawmill set up over here in front of this little, what's going to be my saw sharpening and setting, or saw blade sharpening shed. I started on it over a year ago, but I got to finish it out. But anyway, that's about to happen too, because we're going to be building a shed right over top of this thing, and we're going to attach it right to this building. It's going to be kind of one big building together. So the new machine coming is going to sit right here where the sawmill used to sit at, and I kind of like how it's set up now. I got the mill up a lot higher now. I really like that because I'm not bending over and hurting my back all day trying to lift this lumber and stuff. So it's working out pretty good where it's at. I kind of need to put some boards underneath the feet, but it's sitting pretty good where it's at. I saw some lumber yesterday, and I got this can on there now I got to get off, but I like how it's set up, and I think it's going to work out really well, especially with that new piece of machinery coming in. It's going to be right there in the old spot. That machine will be coming in soon. It's supposed to be around lunchtime. I'm waiting for the freight company to give me a call now to let me know when they're on the way or when they're going to drop off. And I've got a few orders I got to get out. I got one small order to get out first. Then I have a pretty good little size order I got to get out. It's all pine, so I got a customer drop this trailer off here. Check this little thing out. I had a customer drop this trailer off so I could load it up with wood, so he don't have to load by hand or anything. I was just going to load the lumber up, and he's going to pick his trailer up. But this thing used to be a boat trailer. It's a flatbed trailer converted from a boat trailer. It's pretty neat. Usually boat trailers don't work out very well for flatbed trailers and things, but this one actually looks pretty good. We're gonna be sawing up 1/2 inch by 12 foot long lumber for this guy. I think it's gonna be some kind of interior boards or some kind of interior board and batten. I think it's for a cabin project or something he's doing. Anyway, we're gonna cut that up today, get that loaded on the trailer for him. And I've got one other little order to get out, a couple of, I think they're bench tops or something, I don't know. Anyway, it's like a 2 by 12 and a 2 by 8. Just small stuff we gotta get out of the way right now. We got some big orders gonna be coming in this week, so we gotta get ready for that stuff. So we need to get this little stuff out of the way. And that new machine is coming in. It's gonna really help out around here. I can't wait to show you that. And you saw we just got this little load of poplar in. These aren't very big. I mean, they're pretty big, maybe 18 inches. But anyway, this is the first of a lot more that's coming. This is gonna be for a big board and batten job. That's just the start of it though. When we start doing that job and cutting those up, I'm actually gonna take you along to the shop that we're gonna be putting those on, so you can kind of see the build process and how that stuff goes on a building. It's gonna be a pretty neat little process. It's a pretty big building too. Yeah, here's one more look at our new sawmill setup, how we're setting this up anyway. I do have that mill pretty high up off the ground. I really like that. I cut some wood yesterday, and it's just so much nicer not having to bend way down over. Right now, we're gonna get this can off the mill, go find us a 12-foot log we stick on here to make some 1/2 inch by 12s. But we got this log loaded up. That's a pretty big log. It's about 22 inches, I think it was. I'll have to look again. But this is one of two really big ones we have. I think we can get 40 boards out of this. The boards only have to be 1/2 inch by 12 inch and 12 foot long. So And we only have 2 of these really nice big logs. So if we can't make this order, we may have to do a log run over to my buddies with the LT40. If you've watched some of my older videos, you saw me do the tour and go to his sawmill and run his sawmill for a minute. But we may have to go do a log run over there. If not, I think I may have a few logs in here that'll make the rest of my boards. I've got some that'll make some 12-inch wide, half-inch boards. They just won't make very many of them. If we have to cut those, we can, probably just to finish the order out. This thing should make, I want to say, if not 40, it'll make at least like 36 boards. So even if we don't get it out of these 2 logs, I think we'll only be lacking a few of them. So, all right, let's get this sawmill fired up and start cutting this wood. I got to get this order done so I can start working on these big orders we got coming in. Nah. Really? Just want to show y'all this thing right here. That's a pine beetle. Well, the freight company just called and they are on the way. I didn't even get into that log good. While we're waiting on that truck to show up, I'm going to go ahead and make another cut on this log and go ahead and try to get it squared up. Well, folks, our new machine for the sawmill has arrived. I want you to go in the comments and tell me what you think we received before I show you. Here's the crate. It's a nice heavy duty crate too. Let's get this thing opened up. Guess what it is yet? I'm gonna save you guys all the boring stuff and get this thing assembled. Then I'll show you what I got. All right, we got our package assembled and down here at the sawmill now. Now, before I tell you what it is, I don't know if you follow us for a while, you know we've been talking about upgrading this sawmill to a hydraulic mill. We had 2 choices. We can go ahead and upgrade the sawmill, or we can add an edger to the sawmill. So what we've done now is we've added an edger. So here it is, guys. This is the Range Road gas-powered hydraulic edger in all its beauty. Now, this is something we've been needing for a long time down here at the sawmill. This or upgrading the sawmill, but I can tell you this much, you know what's coming next. But yeah, this is the hydraulic edger from Range Road. It's got a 20-inch by 2-inch board capacity, so that means it'll run up to a 20-inch wide board and 2 inches thick. This baby has 6 foot of in feed and 6 foot out. It's got dual belt hydraulic belt feed system in it. It's a 2-blade edger. We have one stationary and one you can adjust right here with this handle. I think you can actually put up to a 24-inch board in this thing, but you can cut up to 20 inches. But yeah, here it is. This is gonna change our world forever down here at the Sawmill. This is gonna speed things up a lot down here because we've been needing an edger for a long time. This sawmill is a manual mill. A lot of the wood we cut, like these little pieces right here, these are all 1/2 inch. We have to get this down to where we can get 1 by 12 or 1/2 inch by 12 boards out of these. Now these little pieces right here, we're gonna get this cant down to 12 inches. But all this stuff we have to either throw back on the sawmill to edge, but now we can run it through the edger. Instead of cutting this down to 12 inches and flipping it, actually I might turn it up one time and cut it and then flip it back on the side. What we're gonna do is run every one of those boards, those 1/2 inch boards, we're gonna slice this all the way down. So we're gonna have a ton of 1/2 inch boards and we're gonna run all those through this edger. That way we know we have a nice solid 12 inches and a super clean cut. So this is something here we've been much needing for a long time. It was either this or upgrade the sawmill. Regardless of sawmills, we definitely need an edger anyway. And I'll tell you what we're gonna do next is that big pile of slabs and flitches right there. We're gonna pick through this stuff and we're gonna cut all this into boards. Everything we can anyway. I know a lot of this is gonna end up in the burn pile, but a lot of this has some really good boards in it and we just couldn't really throw it back on the mill to edge it. It was either too small or just wasn't worth it. But yeah, this edger is going to change everything down here. It's going to allow us to not have near as much waste. We'll be able to cut all those down, turn them into usable lumber and usable boards that somebody can buy from us, and or we can use ourselves. And we just don't have all the waste. We actually have more production, more money we can make out of that wood. So not only is this thing going to be a time saver, it's going to be a money maker as well. Now, I have heard people in the past say that edgers are not worth it. They're not worth the time unless you have other people helping you or a couple more people running that thing. A sawmill like mine, where I'm most of the time I'm a one-man show. I do have help down here, but even with one person, you can take all these boards and it's a lot quicker to run them, take them straight off that mill and run them through that edger than it is to take them and flip them all up and cut them, then flip them all over again and cut them. I can just run right through that edger and stack them on the other end and run through them boards really quick, even if it's just by myself. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to demonstrate how this thing works and show you it is a time saver. So let's go over some of the specs on this thing. Like I said, it is hydraulic. You have a detent lever right here. It will run in both directions. Flow valve right here for speed on the belt. We got emergency e-stop. We have this quick lever here, and if you look at it, it's really quick. So we can lock it down to whatever we need it. I am going to be printing a new scale for this thing. I did make this one right here. This one actually was one of my sawmill scales I cut down, but it works out pretty good. I can move it around because sometimes you want to move that inner blade out, the stationary blade. So when you do that, you have to move the scale around. So the one that's on there is like a sticker, so you can't really adjust it. We got a 15 horsepower radio engine on this thing, and it is electric start. So we got a battery down here, got a key switch over there. It's gonna be real nice to just come over here and hit the key switch and fire this thing up just like the sawmill. And I'll show you the guts inside this thing. As you can see, we got one movable blade, one stationary blade. We got all the chain stuff for the actuator for the blade. We got these rollers down here. Those are pressure rollers. What those do is hold the board down against the belt so the belt can feed the wood through. We got a little sawdust in here. We ran some boards this morning, like I said. But yeah, this thing is nice. Right now, I think we have the 20-tooth blades in here, the carbide blades. They do make I think a 60-tooth, I'm not sure. But they do make some finer blades for hardwoods and things. But yeah, this thing is gonna be a game changer. So yeah, that is a Range Road board edger. Now I'm gonna tell you one cool thing about this edger. This has got to be one of the most budget-friendly board edgers on the market today. 2-blade edgers that is gas powered, and definitely one is as built as well as this thing and as strong as this thing. Now this thing is fast. You're going to see here shortly as I start running some boards how quick this thing is, but this thing is very well built. It is not lightweight. If you look at this, that's a 1/4-inch plate. This thing is heavy duty. It is definitely well built, and that 15 horsepower engine will zip some boards through here. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Go check these things out. They are priced very good. You'll be surprised, I think. All right, let me demonstrate this thing. I'm going to take these boards right here. We're going to cut these down to 12 inches real quick. We're going to use the edger. Let's get it fired up. As you can see, that was a very short little demonstration, but man, that thing cut some perfect boards. And see, on the fly, we can switch the size real quick, because I had this one little piece right here that was normally going to go in the trash pile, but I quickly turned it down to a 10-inch. It's unbelievable how quick and easy you can save lumber instead of throwing it in the flitch pile over there. So as you see, this can really allow you to utilize a lot more of your lumber than just throwing it in the garbage pile over there. And if you think of that over a day's time, that board right there is probably, I don't know, $5, $6, whatever it is. But you do that all day long, that's a lot of money saved. You do that all week long, that's a lot of money saved. And think about that for a whole year. There's a lot of lumber that goes in that burn pile that could have been turned into boards. And that's a lot of money you're losing out of your pocket. So, do these things pay for themselves? I guarantee you they will. And especially for a nice budget price when it works well. So what I'm about to do now is flip this thing up, and I'm gonna cut one side clean over here and probably just cut it, flatten the side down a little bit. I don't have to make it perfect. But then I'm gonna flip it all the way back over, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this thing all the way down a half-inch by whatever width it is, and we're gonna run all those through the edger. We're gonna give y'all a demonstration of this edger in full performance mode, and I'm gonna do it one-manded, one person, one manned. I'm about to change this blade out. I'm going to put one of those 10-degree Cook's blades on there. See how well it works with pine. I know they work good with pine, but I just love my 8 degrees. Oh yeah, and while we're on the subject of blades, hope you checked out the last video where we're doing the blade giveaway. If you hadn't checked out that last video and entered to win that contest, you need to go do it now. The drawing is going to be this Saturday in Saturday's video, so go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description because just so you can go check it out last minute. Because like I say, we only have a few days left before we announce the winner, and that is the giveaway of the blade sampler, the Cook's Blade Sampler Pack. So go watch that video. The details of how to enter that contest are in that video. Go check it out. Go try to win some of those blades. If you haven't tried the Cook's blades yet, or if you have tried them yet, go check it out, enter that contest. But if you're interested in finding some wonderful blades for your sawmill, it don't matter what manufacturer's sawmill you have, Cook's makes blades for it. Go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description. You can use my discount code STANDARD10 to get 10% off your order. And if you're looking for your forever blade, go check out Cook's. They make some wonderful blades. Well, there you go. That is the Range Road hydraulic board edger. I didn't get to run as many boards as I was going to in there. We had a few customers pick up today, and we had to go pick up food. So by the time we finished eating dinner, it started getting dark now. So anyway, we're gonna finish this up later and get the rest of that log cut up. It's almost done. But the main thing is, I just wanted to show you how easy that thing is to run, even with one person, how simple it is and easy it is to run straight off the sawmill, straight into the edger. Like I said, it's really great because most of the flitches and slabs that we usually throw in a slab pile, now it's gonna go in the edger and turn into a board. And it's all about maximizing production and making more money. But it's starting to get dark, and I already ate too much earlier, so I don't even feel like coming back down here, but I feel like I need to finish this video out because it's getting late. And again, make sure you go and check out the last week's video, or the last video, where we're doing the blade giveaway, the Cook's Sampler Box blades. We're giving away a box of those to one lucky winner. But yeah, go check that video out. You could be the lucky winner. You never know. Then again, go check out the description of this video. I got a link below for the edger back there where you can find information on that. If you're interested in getting one yourself, where you can find one of those and how much it costs, etc. So, but there's a lot more of that to come. We're gonna have a video coming up with nothing but this edger and working this thing all day long in a normal setting. So stay tuned for that because we got a whole lot of work for that thing now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button and that subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. We don't have enough subscribers yet. We're trying to hit 100K one day. And make sure you check out our Facebook, Patrons, Instagram, and TikTok. And we'll see you on the next one.